Hey everybody, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, coming to you from somewhat dreary western Pennsylvania. It's kind of rainy here today. It's Tuesday, December 26th. It's the day after Christmas, and we had over 60 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday for our high temperature, and today it's still pretty warm, but just kind of dreary and starting to get a little rainy out there. Thought I better wear my Oliver hat even though I'm inside here, because if I didn't, well, you probably wouldn't recognize me. So, but it is Charlie. In any event, I had two reasons for doing this video. The one reason was that I wanted to give you an update on what's been going on with me in terms of the surgeries that I had. I think I mentioned in an earlier video that I did have two surgeries on the same day, two outpatient surgeries, because I had one problem that was actually causing another. So it's been 2 weeks now, exactly 2 weeks today since that surgery, and I just had an post-op visit with the one surgeon today, and he was really happy, and he said the surgery to correct the problem that actually caused the second problem was a complete success, and so that sounds good. So I still have and I have to go for a post-op visit with the second doctor, but so far so good. So I'm very happy about that, and hopefully my next doctor's visit will go just as well. Now, the other reason for my video was, being that I'm recovering and I have 4 more weeks till I can really, lift anything or do any kind of exercise or be more active. Really the videos that I can do are kind of limited, and I didn't want to do videos about nothing, that people would find completely worthless. But in the time since I did that last video a couple weeks ago, something kind of happened that I wasn't exactly expecting, but I'm kind of glad it is, and that is that I bought another Oliver, or Oliver/White. A few weeks ago, my friend Dan came to me, and he's the owner of a 2-44 Oliver White backhoe. It's based that 244 is essentially an Oliver 550, for which Oliver/White made a backhoe and a front loader for. So he has one, and he decided that he wanted to sell it, and so my first thought was, I've in the last few years become good friends with Ross the Oliver Man. Now, if you haven't checked out his channel, you really should. Ross is a very active collector of all things Oliver. He's also an excellent mechanic and a farmer, and he does videos related to all of those things, mostly him working on things, but they're very entertaining, and if you haven't checked out his channel, please do. But in any event, he and I have become friends, and he had told me a while back that he was interested sometime in trying to get an Oliver backhoe, because that was something that he didn't have in his collection. So when my friend Dan told me this, I immediately called Ross, and we talked about it a little bit, and he said, well, send me some pictures so I can get an idea what it looks like. So rather than do that, I actually took 2 fairly short videos, because Dan said, well, if you're going to do that, why don't we start it up and run it a little bit? I'll put it through its paces, and you can see what we're dealing with here. So that's what we did. Dan started it up, pulled it out of the shed. It showed how everything worked, and I made 2 rather short videos of that. So what I thought I would do would be to put those videos in this overall bigger video to show you what that unit is like. Now it ends up, I sent those videos to Ross, and he looked at them and he was interested, but the price that my buddy was asking was high enough that it was kind of prohibitive for Ross, because, you know, on top of everything else, Ross was going to have the cost of either having that backhoe shipped or coming and picking it up. And in either case, he's located out in southern Indiana, and we're here in western Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania. So for the price my buddy wanted, you know, Ross just couldn't see his way clear to buy it, and you know, I completely understood that, and that was fine. But as the days went on, I talked to my friend about it, and he offered it to me at what he called the friends and family price. And you know, if the price he offered it to me, I had a hard time turning it down, because to me it's a really rare thing. You know, you don't really see many Oliver / White 2-44s out there. You know, they just don't exist. They didn't make that awful many of them. Even though they did make them over a multi-year period, I can't see that there are that many out there still surviving. And, you know, this one still works. And I figured, you know what? I'm buying it mostly as a collector piece, you know, something different from the rest of the Oliver and White stuff that I have. Plus, it's not something that I'm going to run every day. I don't have an excavating business where I would be using this old unit to be, you know, digging every day. But, you know, occasionally I can get it out. There might be something I need to dig. There may be a lot of times when I'm out plowing, we have a lot of sandstone here, and I have I don't really have much of a rock problem in the vast majority of my fields, but in 2 or 3 of my fields out in our cliff area, we got some big, large, flat sandstone rocks that end up being about the size almost of my dining room table here, and sometimes the plow will catch on them and pull them up just so the tip is sticking out, and they're really difficult to deal with, because you know, when they're that way, you can't really get a chain under them and you know, get them pulled out. So I end up trying to dig them out with the high lift that I have on the 1550, which is really more of a, we used to use it as a shit bucket, or yeah, like a shit bucket for bed pack in our sheds where we kept heifers back whenever we used to have a dairy here. So that doesn't work very well. But with this backhoe, if I, you know, start to uncover a big goony rock like that, then I'll have some way to dig it out, and it has a front loader on it too. So, you know, I'll be able to dig them up and get them out of the field, or, you know, maybe dig out some stumps or brush or whatever. But I just thought it's a good investment, and it was too good to pass up. So I'm going to embed those 2 videos that I have right here, so that you can see what. Being transported, he said you'd know what that is. Okay, so now you've seen that backhoe and heard it run, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. I haven't brought it home yet. I'm going to wait till I'm a little bit healthier and can be a little more active, and then we'll bring it home. It doesn't have to come very far because Dan only lives about 6 or 7 miles away from me up on the mountain, so we'll get it down here, and I'll get a place for it, jostle things around a little bit in the red shed, and get it put away. And I'll do more in terms of video on it once I get it home. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and definitely leave me a comment or ask me a question. So for now, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, saying see you next time.